Hello everybody, my name is Hill Bill and welcome to my channel Vagabum, where we discuss motorcycles, camping, travel, and adventure. Today we're going to be installing the Legend Suspension FL Comfort Series fork inserts. Their cartridge style fork insert instead of the damping rod provides much better performance, and a lot of people complained that the old system was too stiff and it's a performance oriented system. This is a comfort oriented system, and we're going to do a shade tree mechanic install today. This is literally a shade tree install. There's my shady tree. We're going to start by removing the ignition switch so we can remove the top housing and access the top of the fork bolts, and then we're going to remove the front wheel and the front fender. Well, I'm going to flip the camera around and show you guys the progress so far. So we removed the front fender, the front wheel, and the calipers. I removed this inner dash area right here, took off the top nut to these fork tubes, and lowered this pinch bolt. Now we could take this fork tube and slide it right out like that. So I'll show you guys the replacement cartridges. This is what you get in your kit, and I'll show you how this fits into the fork leg. So this is your cartridge. You take this, slide it through your upper, just like that. Get a couple of turns on it. Then you want to put your fork stopper, your oil stopper, and then slide this into your lower leg. I put new bearings, new bushings on it, and we're putting in new fork seals and the dust seals as well. Take this, slide it in here. Now we put one bolt in the back, fill it up with oil, and we're about done. So you guys saw the high-tech system that we just put in there. It's all nice machined aluminum. This is what we replaced. This is old 1960s technology that Harley's still been using. It's called a damping rod system, and it's absolutely trash, which is where this is going right now. All right, we got the forks done, ready to be installed again. It's hot. This is cold. I know it's a White Claw, but that's what was available. Perfectly acceptable step two. Don't pay any attention to that blown carbureted pickle fork behind me. And definitely don't pay any attention to the blown Hemi fuel injected behind me either. Since we're talking about things not to pay attention to, certainly don't pay any attention to this funny car. Well, the install is complete. It's pretty painless. It took me about 3 hours, and I did a quick little test drive just around the block to see how it feels. Seems to feel really planted. I'm going to do 50 miles, 60 miles tonight, and get a little better feel, see how it feels on potholes in the turns, stuff like that. You know, it's interesting. When you buy handlebars, exhaust, a windscreen, something like that, you know, you get to see where your money went. And when it comes to suspension on a bagger, it's all hidden, right? So, you know, you could spend $1,000 on a front end kit. This bee is trying to attack me right now. Get out of here, bee. Be gone. So it's just interesting spending that much money and not being able to see it, but you do get to feel it every single mile that you ride. So I'm pretty excited about it. You know, I'll tell you something else too. I did the Legends rear suspension on my bike a while ago, and that showed me how bad the front suspension was. I didn't notice it when the whole bike was just terrible. But as soon as I put the rear shocks on, it showed all the flaws that the front suspension had. And I only rode it about 2 minutes after putting this install, but it already feels really good. So I'll let you guys know in a second here how I feel about it after tonight's ride. Well, it's been about 2 weeks since I installed the Legend Suspension Comfort FL series, and the verdict is in. I absolutely love it. It revealed to me a problem that I didn't realize that the Harley even had. You know, there's an old joke. There's only two things wrong with Harley suspension, the front and the rear. And what I noticed is when you're approaching a stoplight or a stop sign and you're using the front brake, that front end dives and it creates a little bit of instability in your handlebars. That's completely gone. The road snakes and little lines and stuff in the road, like that feeling of vagueness in your front tire, that's completely gone. And another thing that it helped with was when you're in the turn, it seems to keep your motorcycle a little higher up in the stroke. My bike doesn't scrape as fast. The only possible negative I see to it is a little bit more bumpy when you're entering a driveway, a speed bump, or a pothole. But if you think about it, you encounter a speed bump or a driveway 5 times in a riding day. So I'm willing to exchange those 5 times for the entire rest of the riding day being more comfortable. It's a really easy decision to make. All that being said, I highly recommend it. You guys saw me install it in my backyard with basic hand tools. So if I can do it, you can do it. Save yourself the money, do it yourself if you feel comfortable. If not, call a friend, crack open a manual and a couple cold ones and get it taken care of. I don't regret that at all being on my bike. I think it has made a huge difference in the long-term ride quality of the motorcycle. I don't get fatigued as easily either. So there you go. There goes my very first product review. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one.